Well, another thing. So I hired a mobile mechanic, and it was a nightmare. I had to come in the house and get my daughter to make him leave because I wanted to rip him apart. I had to pray, I had to repent, and I'd had to ask God to help me to let the anger go. I bought an $80 brake line that I raised the funds to be able to buy with the GoFundMe and through my Cash App. And when I came to check on him, I gave him a headlamp because what should have taken 10 to 15 minutes took him well into the dark, so about 3 to 4 hours. I had a gut feeling something was wrong, but I'm not a certified mechanic. I think sometimes us women just, well, I know myself, I'll just speak for myself, but, I get talked to sometimes like, oh, honey, and like I don't know things, but I was raised around cars. I was raised around uncles and a stepdad who worked on cars. I know a little bit of something, and I'm realizing I know a lot more than I give myself credit for. When the man asked me, or no, he didn't ask me, he popped my hood to put on a brake line, and I'm just watching him, like, okay, and then I'm like, no, okay, he just must want to look at the brake fluid, is what I thought. Clearly, I know that's not the case now. And then he took my tire off, and the way he took my tire off, it was questionable too. But then he put it up on, these block things that he had, and I'm like, okay, well, I gotta give him credit. And he was an elderly dude, so I thought, okay, well, he's taking a lot of time because he's older, and I need to be respectful and show grace. So I'm telling myself all this stuff all the while my gut is saying no. And I had to show him where the brake line goes because he's like, And I said, I can show you right where it goes. I can show you the old hose. It's right back through there. It's still on there. And he's like, oh, I see. Okay. And I'm like, okay, still rationalizing. All right, well, he hasn't worked on a Jeep in a while. I gotta show this man grace. Y'all, when he asked me to take a look at the overflow to see if I could see the fill line when I came out to check on him, and I said, you put the brake fluid in here? And he says, yeah. And I said, that's my antifreeze? I couldn't even speak to the man. I was so mad. I was shaking. I said, and I cussed, I said, did you just F my Jeep up? He said, I might have. I came in the house and I asked my daughter, I said, please make that man leave before I tear him apart. Guys, now I gotta take and have my Jeep towed. I gotta have the engine flushed. And I need them to look at what he did, because he told me that he took a knife to the $80 line that I bought, the brake line that I have bought, special for my Jeep, from a Jeep dealership. I had to have it ordered. I had to pay $80 for this line. If you follow me, you know that I just keep coming into something. Just keep doing it. It's like, first the Jeep is broke down, then I'm broke down because I don't have anything. All my belongings are in the back of the Jeep, so I'm sitting here thinking now, I'm like, I gotta get my clothes out of there. I'm supposed to start this job on Wednesday. It's like everything is just coming up against me. This was a mobile mechanic from hell. I forgive him. I do. And I gave my daughter the $100 that he was after in the very beginning, because you know what? Take that $100 and leave. I don't give a rat's patootie about no kind of money, because that's the problem with this world. He knew good and well that he couldn't do it and that he didn't know what he was doing. He preyed on me, my kindness. But you know what? I would have gave him the money. If he just would have looked at me and been honest, and he could have saved 4 hours of his life and saved me this hassle. Would have just given him the money. Because that's who I am. My daughter said, Mom, I don't feel right about you paying him. And I said, Brie, we always do the right thing. I don't care what anyone else does. We always do the right thing. So now, and then I checked the GoFundMe. Do you know that GoFundMe takes taxes? So it charges people to make a donation, and then it charges taxes. So my preference is my Cash App. Worry about the taxes at the end of the year. Not right now. I know I haven't said where I got a job at, but it's back selling cars at a dealership. So I'm checking with them this morning to see if I get it towed in there, if I can get a discount on the service. I haven't officially started, so I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. I'd say I can't handle anymore, but God keeps showing me that I can, because I'm still standing, and I didn't react. I said the F word, and I got real heated. But I did not let the sun go down on my anger. And today what you see is more frustration and wondering, like, all right, God, how you going to take care of it now? And that I have to keep going without my Jeep. And I emailed the dealership and I said, listen, I hired a mobile mechanic. It turned into a nightmare. I don't know if I get a service discount yet, but I'm just asking. And if I can't get her fixed in time, I'll get my daughter to bring me back and forth to work temporarily. But I'm hoping I can get it fixed. If you've not seen any of my videos, I got fired for doing the right thing. And I keep paying. Over and over and over and over. This director of nursing refused to falsify documents. And here comes... Oh. Okay. All right. They're playing her and Cashy Poo. All right. But, and this is a miracle, because I couldn't even be around a cat prior to being here. Just gonna relax a little, because I think sometimes they remind me, don't get so worked up. It's just a lot is riding on this Jeep being mobile. As we all know here in the stateside, that to get anywhere, you have to have wheels. And I've been without a job for 10 weeks now, so I have no money. I'm going to include my Cash App. It's what I've been doing lately. I've raised around, I think it was, it took every bit of it for what I just had done. Trying to get her out of my face. Kitty, come on. Boots, go. But that was about $600, I think. And that was from just like 3 people. I'm very grateful for that. For those 3 people, I'm very grateful. And I'm grateful for those of you who've helped me along the way. I'm grateful for all your prayers. I need them. Please don't stop. Please don't stop praying. These animals are going crazy. They're wanting to play. Hey, stop. One's looking for a sock. The other one's purring over here. But, I just want some normalcy. I just, you know, I'm not even saying I want to sleep in a bed anymore, because I just want everything to stop for a while. If you feel moved to help me, please do, if you can.